Hi, this is Marco Rubio, and this is our weekly update here from Washington, D.C. A couple of things I wanted to update you on. One is very Florida specific, and the other has to do with the state of our country. The first has to do with these new rules that the Environmental Protection Agency is trying to force on Florida's business. It has to do with what they call clean water standards. The reality of it is Florida law already has clean water standards. It's the best in the country. But the EPA, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that we need more standards. Standards that aren't even justified by the science. The result is that if these standards go into play and go into effect, number one, Florida will be the only state in the country impacted by it. Number two, the cost of complying with it will literally put thousands of Floridians out of work and some businesses completely out of business. That's why every major business group in Florida has raised their voice against it. That's why a bipartisan group up here in Washington, D.C. has stood against the implementation of these regulations. And that's why this week we've taken a tough stand on it, including voting on a proposition to defund the ability of the Environmental Protection Agency to implement this onerous standard. We'll continue to fight for Florida on this regard, because there's no way we're going to allow runaway regulations to put more Floridians out of work at a time where our unemployment rate is virtually stagnant at 12%. Now let's talk about spending, because the bottom line is our country cannot continue to spend money it doesn't have. And that's what's happening here every single day. In fact, we borrow $4 billion a day to fund the operation of this government. Something that came out this week is that in the month of February of 2011, the month that we just ended 10 days ago, the United States of America borrowed more money than in any month in the history of our country. And we're lucky that February had only 28 days, because who knows what the number would have been had it had 30 or 31 days. We can't keep doing this. That's why the votes we had this week are so important. The House sent over to the Senate a proposal to cut $60 billion in discretionary spending. Now that's a drop in the bucket. Quite frankly, it's a drop in the ocean when you realize that that's just a fraction of what we borrowed in just 1 month. And it's a drop in the ocean when you realize that our national debt is now at over $14 trillion and growing. But what's sad is not only did the Democrats vote against this, they went further. They proposed their own plan that only cut $6 billion. We borrow that in a day and a half. It's not a serious proposal. Now here's the truth, and I don't mean this in a partisan or disrespectful way, but we cannot solve issues of this magnitude unless the President of the United States, Republican or Democrat, engages on these issues. And the President has been completely absent from this debate. He is not involved at all. In fact, just this week he assigned Vice President Biden to negotiate on his behalf on these budget issues. And then Vice President Biden went to Russia. It's hard to negotiate with the administration when their point person is halfway around the world. These are the critical issues that we're facing here in Washington, and my pledge is to continue to fight on your behalf to make sure that we do the right things for Florida and for our country. I look forward to coming to you again next week with more updates and hopefully some good news. Until then, thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. God bless each of you and your families. God bless the state of Florida. God bless the United States.